Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to violence. In Faster Pussycat, kill, kill. Disclaimer, this film is off its titties. It opens with a jazzy beat generation dialogue about sex violence and women's liberation. But it's the 60s. Women, liberation, surely they're crazy bitches. Enter blonde girl, brunette girl, and Bosley. They're go-go dancers. I did have to Google the difference between a stripper and a go-go girl. Apparently strippers strip, nice. And go-go girls dance while punters go, 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 go. After the ladies clock off, they go for a drive in the desert in 3 separate, very, very expensive cars. 1, what a perfect opportunity to car share. And 2, I do love a stripper with an investment portfolio. Also, they must have a case of the silly farts because they're laughing hysterically for no apparent reason. Blonde go-go girl pulls over for a swim, to the utter dismay of the other 2 girls. Blonde girl and brunette girl, Billy and Rosie, have a little wrestle in the water. Splash, splash, splash. Then they have a little wrestle in the sand, with less splash, splash, splash. Bosley ups the ante from light female wrestling to 2-on-1 chicken in their very, very expensive cars. Of course, Bosley wins and becomes the true leader of Charlie's Angels. Billy starts go-go dancing in the desert, like one does, and is sniffed out by this guy, Captain Sensible. Champion of his car club and first in safety points. He asks the girls if they're out here running time trials and compliments their cars.
Nice set of wheels.
Would you like to look under my hood?
Uber bitch Bosley jumps in with, "We know how fast we can go. You could time that heap with an hourglass." Cueing possibly the greatest character entrance ever.
Someone mentioned my figure.
And again.
Someone mentioned my figure.
Anyway, this Lolita is Captain Sensible's girlfriend. She holds the stopwatch and the whistle.
I'm sorry, I seem to be using up all the oxygen.
She is very smart. No, she's not. Bosley tries to goad Captain Sensible into a race. "I don't beat clocks, I beat people." But he has nothing to prove, being champion of his car club and first in safety points. But they do decide to friendly race. They race some more. They drop some dry-ass desert farts and laugh hysterically. That is until Bosley drives Captain S off the track. Lolita shits a brick because her boyfriend had to stop his car ever so quickly, only then for Charlie's Angels to steal her stopwatch, which is important because Captain S won it. When he asks for it back, Bosley karate chops his arm and offers him a way out. "I'm offering you a way out." All of this is 100% unprovoked, and more importantly, it's over a stopwatch. But he won that stopwatch and so chooses to fight to the death. So Bosley karate chops him to death. They give Lolita a pill to knock her out and then go looking for a gas station. FYI, no one buys gas at a gas station, hence petrol station. The petrol station attendant must work for TMZ or run the local knitting circle.
What can I do for you today?
Basically, he's a gobshite, especially when it concerns 2 passers-by, a hunk of stuff and his crippled daddy. "He's a big one, ain't he? Muscles all the way to his ears. They call him the vegetable. It's kind of a nut. His old man's a bigger one. Hey, that's the old man now. That's him. The old man's a cripple. Railroad accident. Smashed him up real bad. Tried to save a girl. Kinda quit his mind too. Especially about women. Of course they gave him a big hunk of money as a settlement. Nobody knows how much. Never had a deposit. Like I say, he's a nut. Don't believe in banks. Guess he hid it out there in the desert someplace. Hates everybody though. Hates everybody. Don't nobody like him either. He could leave town tomorrow and no one would even stir. Sad though, all that money and nobody to enjoy it. Well, fuck me, I bet an idea. I wonder what's gonna happen next. Surprise, surprise, Charlie's Angels and drugged up Lolita follow the guys back to their farm where they live alongside Veggie Boy's brother, Kirk, who by this film standards is pretty normal. The old man and Veggie Boy talk about getting another girl, because last time Veggie Boy was too rough, and when you're too rough with a woman, the police get aroused. Not sure the police do get aroused by violence to women, but in this film, maybe they do. Anyway, what do the police know about hurting and pain? We're paying them back one girl at a time. Confused? Me too. Basically, the old man had a railroad accident. His revenge is to murder and rape women and bury them on his land. Old man Cripple's also paranoid that his son Kirk is after his railroad money because he reads a lot of books and they don't have any pictures in them. Bosley rocks up to introduce herself and plays the damsel in distress for water, which Billy takes full advantage of.
Oh, this is such a gas.
Bosley unties Lolita as Veggie Boy and Old Man come for a perv. Wondering why Lolita is being untied, Bosley says, "Well, it was her turn." Wink, wink. Actually, she tells them Lolita's boyfriend died in a racing accident, and she flipped out and tried to kill herself. Her family are big socially. FYI, when a family is big socially, it means they're a bunch of c***s, and they don't want any publicity, hence why they're called Charlie's Angels. Forget the red flags, 4 damsels in distress. Why not invite them to dinner?
Might as well all have lunch together before you fix to leave.
Crazy. Like, what's the old man planning for the main course? Us?
Yes, indeed. Billy is left in charge of Lolita while the others scope out Old Man's farm. Billy is down for Veggie Boy's massive aubergine, and happily leads poor Lolita into the lap of dirty Old Man. Veggie Boy takes Billy to show her how strong he is. Me, Jane, you Tarzan. Why don't you drop that tree and let's grab a vine and swing a little? It's unlike Donkey Dong. Veggie Boy's mental capacity is probably that of actual Donkey Dong. Luckily, this very questionable act is cut short when pervy Old Man makes his move on Lolita and she runs away. I'd just like to pause for a second and salute this old man for not letting his disability define him. Imagine being a disabled pedo nonce in the 60s and seeing yourself represented on the silver screen for the first time. That's real pioneering stuff. He's the Roger Bannister of nonsense. Well done you. Anyway, Billy and Veggie Boy go looking for Lolita. But it's Kirk that picks up Lolita in his truck. She tells him everything. And then is super surprised when he drives back down the road she just ran down and back to the house she just escaped from. She's a fucking idiot. Billy and Veggie Boy are passing on next to a train line instead of looking for Lolita. When the train comes past, Veggie Boy goes full turnip. Trains make Daddy angry. Everybody quickly forgets the attempted rapes, kidnapping and other batshit crazy occurrences and sit down for a Nando's. We get some very normal dinner conversation.
Breast or thigh, darling?
Why don't you take one of each, son? They both look tender.
It's an interesting case. I'd appreciate your advice before we leave.
You get the picture. That is until Bosley slaps Billy and Lolita starts screaming that she's a murderer, which she is. The old man tells them this house knows what killing can do, and that Veggie Boy killed his mother at birth because he was too big for her little vagina. Cue Bosley leads Kirk away for sexy time. I'm not making any of this up. Billy gets drunk and is in charge of Lolita again. Spoiler, Bosley and Kirk get down in the hay outside while a distraught Rosie watches on, wishing it was she that was rolling around in the hay with Bosley. Seemsies. Lolita escapes again. The old man and Veggie Boy chase after her, and Rosie goes to get Bosley's car.
Sounds like my motor being revved up, which makes twice today.
Old man and Veggie Boy are driving around the desert looking for Lolita. The old man's trying his best not to blow his beans, because apparently Lolita looks like the girl he saved on the train platform all those years ago. The girl he saved was so grateful that the old man saved her life, getting himself mangled in the process, that she hopped on the next available train. Which, to be fair, is a proper dick move. And that's why he ain't gonna save her this time. Veggie Boy finally chases Lolita down while the old man miraculously walks on his third leg. Veggie Boy breaks down crying because he doesn't want to hurt Lolita, and Kirk arrives just in time to comfort him. Bless. He even decides to have him committed. Old man throws away the keys to the truck so that Kirk and Lolita have to walk home. Not to kick a man when he's down, literally, but how far can this guy throw? Sneaky, the old man actually hadn't thrown the keys. They were in his hand the whole time. Anyway, Lolita and Kirk are walking and the others race back to the farm. Bosley tells Charlie's Angels they have to kill everyone. But Billy ain't up for it, because the girl needs a solid 8 hours and she isn't sleeping well as it is.
See you in church, huh?
Billy leaves and Bosley kills her with a flick knife from over 50 meters. Veggie Boy runs to help Billy, and the old man tells him she wasn't a bad little blossom and tells him to put her dead body in the house. Whoa. I'll stay away from that one. We then see an epic car chase. Okay, one car's actually a wheelchair, but still, it's epic. Old man gets caught out by a tricky step and thinks, F it, and plays chicken with the car. The old man does not win the game of chicken, and we find out that his railroad fortune was hidden in his wheelchair the whole time. I don't know what the denominations of those notes are, but it definitely wasn't worth killing for. Bosley pockets the cash while Rosie goes to get the knife out of Billy's back.
She doesn't move or laugh anymore.
Nay shit, Sherlock. Veggie Boy sees turnips and stabs Billy to death. Bosley flips and rams Veggie Boy with a car, leaving him crippled. Holy shit, this film has layers, but I don't know what they are. Bosley chases down Lolita and Kirk in the desert. They run away because they know she will kill them, even though they saw her 20 minutes ago and she was peachy keen, and there's no way that they could know what's just gone down on the farm.
Your old man's been blasted out of his wheels, and your king-sized brother's been twisted like a pretzel. You're all that's left, lover, and you ain't gonna be around for long.
Bosley attempts to karate chop Kirk to death, but Lolita runs Bosley down in one final game of chicken, this time between a human being and a car. Faster Pussycat Kill Kill is unquestionably the Citizen Kane of B-movies. Also, I haven't seen Citizen Kane. I rate this movie Purple Haze Cheeseboard.